everyone. So I have another project to share today. This will be some earrings made with the ShrinkyDink plastic. And I'm first starting out with a sketch of my bunny. Now for the earrings, I have to trace the bunny onto the ShrinkyDink plastic twice and try to keep it the same, relatively the same. So I have this little bunny here that I drew, and the whiskers, I don't know why I did that. I do them better on the ShrinkyDink anyway. So then I'm going to go in and trace it, and again, I'm going to pull in a smaller, a more fine Sharpie for the whiskers here and the little spots on the nose. And then I'm coloring in some parts with some paint pens, some Posca paint pens. And that works really great on the ShrinkyDink, and it says on the plastic, on the packaging, that you can use acrylic. These little hearts I did in the eye, they don't really show up in the end, but they're cute. And then cut it out and send it off to the oven. Also, I need to make my hole for it. Okay, we're back with the finishing portion. For this part, you're going to need 2 medium jump rings, 2 tiny jump rings, some chain, and 2 earring pieces, whatever these are called. So, have a look at how the bunny turned out. There's one close-up, and this one is how it's going to look on the earring, because I've done the fiddly bit already. Now this is, can you see, focus there, camera, come on. Very tiny to work with there, but it's worth it, I think. What do you think? So, let's go ahead, and first thing you want for these earrings to be successful, you want the chain to be the same length. So, what I did first is I'm going to hook it on to this little jump ring, the medium one. There we go, it's focusing now. And I might do that on camera, maybe, if I can do it. And like I said, it's pretty tricky because it's tiny. There we go. I got it on there. And then what I found easier was, you might want to close this up so it doesn't come off, but you can kind of leave it, excuse me, and then count the rings. So my little chain there has 10 links. So 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, lost count again. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you want to clip the 11th chain link off with the clipper things. So I counted it 3 or 4 times before, well, maybe 2 or 3 times, because you don't want to be off. If you have 1 too many, that's fine, but if you have 1 too few, you're gonna have to cut another piece of chain. Now I've already gone ahead and done that because it takes too long to try to film it. And then on the very end here, let me see if I can get that to show up. Yes, can you see that? That's the tiny jump ring. So you're going to want to hook that on there as well. Then we're going to take the medium size one and put it into the hole of the bunny. If I can. Come on. And sometimes it helps to use the tools, such as the pliers here, to get a hold of this. Then you're going to want to close that jump ring. I really hope this is staying in focus. I don't know if the camera may be having a hard time there. So, go ahead and get that nice and closed. There it is. And then this, I found this easiest this way. Scoot these guys out of here. So we have it like that, you see? To go ahead and just open this part, focus camera, come on, of the earring. So I take it, twist. The camera is not focusing. Can you focus on that, dude? Oh, there we go. So, grab it with your pliers and twist. I think that's enough to get my bunny on, and you want to think about where you want the bunny to hang. So, if I put it on, well, actually it might just be able to work anyway, but the earring's going to go in facing the back of the ear this way, so his face showing this way is very nice. That's how I want it. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my pliers again and close this up so that nothing gets lost. And that isn't supposed to be so far up there, so push that down a bit. And there we are. We have a pair of custom, handmade, one-of-a-kind art bunny earrings. Alright, for the second pair of earrings, I sketched out a frog, and I used some images of frogs, photos, on Pinterest for inspiration, but I kind of came up with this round design on my own, and I really like how he turned out. He's very cute. I like his little smile, so I'm outlining it in the black, and then I bring in the craft black plastic and trace it on. And for this frog, I am going to use the Posca pens again, but I gave him kind of a cream belly, and then his little pads on his front feet I did in that cream, and then I colored in the rest of the frog body in the green, and I've just kind of cut out some of that because it's all of the same thing, me coloring the green. And then you'll see here in a moment, once I get past that, I come back with the cream and add some little froggy freckles. Then hole punch, and it's off to the oven. And I line it up so I can get the hole in just the right place on both of them. So yeah, you can see me doing that there. Okay, I'm back with the frogs. Now the frogs gave me the most trouble of all of them, because one of them, maybe this one, flipped over in the oven, which was fine and all, but I was like, oh, please unfurl. And the only other issue was that when I took them out of the oven, I don't know if you can tell, it's not quite perfectly flat. Well, it wasn't flat at all. It didn't really flatten out. But I had read on the packaging that in the first 30 seconds out of the oven you can shape it. So what I did was grabbed a small plate, left it on the pan, and put the plate on both of them to kind of flatten, encourage them to flatten out right after I pulled them out of the oven in the first 30 seconds. And yeah, they're not perfectly flat, but I think they're much better than what they were, so that's wonderful. Anyway, so that's my experience there. If that happens to you, never fear. You can try to flatten it out right when it comes out of the oven. Have a little window, and then I think it also says that if you don't like the shape, you can stick it back in the oven. So there's some flexibility. Alright, I'm just putting the earrings on. So first I'm putting the larger jump ring on to the frog. Don't know if I have it wide enough here. There we go. And of course my camera's going to have a hard time focusing on this. And then I'm going to put these two earring pieces on. Grab it and twist it a little. What do you think of my frog earrings? I think my daughter is going to love them. I sure hope she does. They're a bit large, but I love how they turned out. Very cute. Little happy frogs. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great, creative, wonderful day. Bye!